Pretty much every homeowner worries about the health of their roof, and rightly so. Your roof is really the most important line of defense against water penetration. So, how do you know when your roof may be in danger of failing? This week, I teamed up with Keith Gregory of Baker Roofing, one of my new content partners and the greatest roofing company in my home state of North Carolina. Keith helped me identify 4 strong signs that you may have impending roof failure. And today, I'm sharing those 4 signs with you on The Honest Carpenter Show. Keep in mind, roofs don't tend to just fail all of a sudden. As Keith points out, roof deterioration is something that happens gradually, with more and more problem spots showing up over time. Also, no one of these signs is hard proof that you really need an immediate roof replacement. In some cases, a simple roof repair will do. And as we cover these items, I'll try to delineate what each problem might suggest. Ultimately, though, your roof does need to be assessed by a roofing pro and options for either repair or replacement presented to you. But getting on with the list, number 1 is shingle curling. Shingle curling is a phenomenon where shingles curl at their bottom edges. To some degree, this is natural activity. Shingles go through a lot of expansion and contraction with temperature changes, and it can affect the shape of the product. Even new roofs can experience some mild shingle curling within the first few years. And over time, as the roof stabilizes, your shingle courses will typically flatten out. But as a roof pushes past the 12 or 15 year mark, shingle curling may show back up and become more widespread. And this can indicate impending roof failure. Shingle curling from age will often be accompanied with hairline cracking, a thing that can only be seen when you're up on the roof. But curling shingles themselves can often be seen from the ground. And on an older roof, it's probably a sign that you should start to consider full replacement. Issue number 2 is another very common problem: nail pops. Between the roofing deck, that's the wooden layer on the rafters, and the shingle courses themselves, roofs have thousands of nails in them. And over time, with expansion and contraction, some of these nails can work themselves loose. These nail pops show up as little protruding spots in the shingle courses. They'll look like small peaks or bumps, and they're best viewed from the ground looking up the roof pitch. Though not always indicative of a systemic failure, individual nail pops can be catastrophic for the health of a roof. Nail heads can be sort of sharp, and with snow pressing on a roof or sunshine softening it, a nail head can puncture the shingles above it. When this happens, water has a direct way into the roof structure. It may only be a small amount, but if it's in a very sensitive part of the roof, that one spot can wreak havoc. Keith says he's seen one significant nail pop near a roof valley rot out an entire valley rafter. And that's a major structural repair. And nail pops can really happen at any time. So even if your roof is still fairly young, under 10 years, still check for them by looking up the roof pitch from ground level. The good news is that nail pops can be effectively repaired by roofers, sometimes without even replacing the upper shingle. We'll probably show how to do that in another video, but for now, try to find nail pops early and have a roofer address them. Number 3 is granule loss. Shingles are made of layers of fiberglass mat and asphalt topped with mineral granules. These granules essentially protect the asphalt layer below from harmful UV rays. But over time, many of these granules break loose and tumble away. Now, granule loss is actually pretty normal for shingles. New roofs will shed some granules as the product goes through its initial changes. But at the end of its lifespan, a roof will really begin to shed them more rapidly. Dark bald patches will show up in the shingle tabs. This is the asphalt showing through from below, and it's a sign that the shingles are losing their integrity. Also, you may start to see granules collecting in gutters. A small granule quantity is normal, but if you're seeing large amounts every time you clean your gutters and more show up each season, your shingles are probably starting to fail. When you start to see widespread granule loss on a roof, you're really approaching time for a full replacement. Repair isn't such a good option here because the problem is more systemic. More patches will keep showing up until the roof is fully replaced. And that brings us to number 4, interior staining. Unlike the other symptoms which are viewed from the outside, staining can really only be viewed from inside the house. One of the best ways to tell if your roof is in need of repair or replacement is to go into the attic and look at the underside of the roof deck. When water penetrates through the roof system, it'll leave dark stains on wood and other surfaces. Many times these stains will be near roof penetrations. That includes chimneys, plumbing boots, and gas vents. And often it's a result of a flashing failure up above. So look around any area where something breaks through the seal of the roofing system. If there's a leak, you'll often see staining on the downhill side of the penetration. But water can really go anywhere when it finds its way in. You may even see staining on the ceiling beneath the attic if a leak is persistent. The good news is that many of these spots can be addressed with a roof repair, and it's no sign that you're seeing a roof failure. Also, some staining might be from an old leak that was already fixed or addressed with a new roof in the past. So you're better off watching stains over time to see if they spread. And look in the attic during or after a heavy rain. Leaks may still be wet and visible. You definitely want to have a trustworthy roofer take a look and assess the damage at that point. So those are the 4 signs that your roof may need immediate attention. I want to thank Keith and Baker for talking them over with me and sharing pictures from their awesome library. We're going to do a lot of in-depth videos soon, so I'll put their links and locations below if you'd like to contact them. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to check back in for more videos coming up soon, and please consider subscribing and hit that bell button to turn on notifications. That way you'll know the moment we post something. I'm Ethan James with The Honest Carpenter. I'll see you next time.